Hi, and welcome to FireTech Talk. I'm your host, Noah. Today we're sitting down for part 2 of our interview with Bob Mete. If you missed the first part of this interview, there'll be a link below to see that. Watch that and then come back to this one. Well, Bob, thank you so much for joining us again today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
All right, well, let's get right into it. So Bob, if an exit sign has a battery backup, but it's on a generator circuit, does it still need to be tested on an annual and monthly basis?
Well, it's not should. There's a big shell there. He has to do it. The codes are very specific that if a unit, and in this case, it's 99% of the time it's an exit sign. If the exit sign is battery backup, it has to have its monthly and annual testing done, period. Regardless that it's on a generator circuit. In fact, being on the generator circuit, of all the exit signs out there, that's the one that needs it the most, because its longest discharge is only 10 seconds, because NFPA 110 gives the generator 10 seconds to fire. So that battery's only going to have a 10-second discharge, and batteries need that discharge. They need the full 90 minutes. And then they need to be recharged back up. And that's called cycling. That's very good for the battery's health and longevity.
So to continue off that, if a technician is testing one of those signs that's on a generator circuit, how do they test it?
If the exit sign is on the generator circuit, they would test it just like every other exit sign, most likely through the test button.
So Bob, kind of switching lanes here, how long should technicians keep written records for on the services they performed?
That's an excellent question. Over the years, I've been asked that many times, and there was no direction from the code. So I just replied, do it like the IRS recommends, 7 years, and which technically covers you. So it's just a long time to keep records. But doing the station fire research for one of our classes, it was mentioned that the statute of limitations for personal and property damage ran out in Rhode Island after 3 years. So I said, and then the ICC in their latest versions recommend 3 years. And I said, oh, that's pretty cool. So I started saying, well, 3 years, keep the records 3 years. And then I thought about it for a second. I said, well, that's Rhode Island. I said, I wonder if every state is the same. I wonder if that's ubiquitous across all states. So I found this great website. If you just Google statute of limitations, property damage, personal or property damage, this website comes up, and it's really cool because it lists every state and what their statute of limitations is for personal or property damage. And believe it or not, it ranges from 2 to 6 years. So my original thing of 7 years, like the financial records, would cover it, but for your specific state, 2 to 6, and most of them are 3 to 4 years, but some are 2, some are 6. So it's good to know what your state requires.
Awesome. So to kind of close out our questions here, can a technician put a cord plug on an emergency light?
Absolutely, provided that the cord plug does not exceed 3 feet in length. NEC 70 is very specific. You can put a cord plug on an emergency light provided it does not exceed 3 feet in length. I always use the example of my local post office. There's an emergency light in the lobby and there's a receptacle a couple feet from it, but the cord plug connecting them is about 20 feet and it's wrapped all up with a zip tie. That doesn't make code. The code is specific. The cord cannot exceed 3 feet in length.
Awesome. Well, that's going to bring us to a close today, Bob. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. And for all of you guys watching at home, be sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this coming from Brooks, and we'll see you next time.